We had always wanted 4 kids, and we had 3 awesome girls, and then had a few issues getting pregnant after that, with some heartache and frustration. We found out we were pregnant again, and we're excited.
Because of the Connors' previous pregnancy issues, their family doctor highly encouraged non-invasive prenatal testing for chromosome abnormality.
We felt comfortable doing the testing, but we also were resolved that no matter what the results of the testing were, we weren't going to choose terminating the pregnancy.
An early blood test indicated they were expecting another girl, but it also suggested the probable presence of a chromosome abnormality.
Then started at 20 weeks with the sonograms is when they discovered her heart defect. They did then confirm through the measurements of her neck and spinal cord that she did have Down syndrome. But then also that she had the atrioventricular septal defect with a full AV canal.
She had a massive heart defect and needed open heart surgery, but she was too small and too weak to really go through the surgery. So the doctors wanted her to wait.
Oakley spent a week in the neonatal intensive care unit at Hendricks Hospital, and then the Connors promptly took her to West Texas Rehab for a NICU evaluation.
And she was a teeny tiny little baby, and her skin was almost transparent. It was so white because of the lack of oxygen that she had because of her heart defect.
I was actually able to be a part of the initial evaluation team that treated Oakley. So I got to meet Allison and David that very first day during that evaluation, and just got to know their heart, what their plans were for Oakley.
We met with all 3 of them, and they each looked over Oakley and talked to us, and it was just a very thorough and this is what we'd like to do, this is our hope, answering a lot of questions that we had. Because we don't know. I mean, we have not had a child with a disability, so we don't know what that entails or what that looks like.
She was battling having Down syndrome too. And having Down syndrome, you have low tone and you have muscle weakness. And so when your heart, which is a muscle, when you have Down syndrome on top of that, it's different.
Oakley underwent open heart surgery to repair her AVSD. And after just 10 days post-op, Oakley was released to go home and continue healing.
She just did beautifully. She came in, it was a world of difference when you saw her. She had grown, her color was just vibrant. Her eyes were sparkly and awake.
Just 21 days post-open heart surgery, Oakley returned to West Texas Rehab. She dove into physical, occupational, and speech therapy, and she's been dedicated ever since.
We were working a lot on strengthening just throughout her entire body. In order to reach and play with your toys and explore your environment, we have to have the strength to sit up, to roll over, to crawl, things like that. We've really been able to progress really well.
Whenever I started treating her in the summer of 2022, she was getting ready to start transitioning from bottle feeding to start taking more baby foods, purees, table foods, and she was still really lacking the strength and coordination to really chew, munch down, and move those foods safely so that she could be eating safely.
Well, Betsy was definitely her favorite when we did feeding because she got snacks. So we spent a lot of time on swallowing and just manipulating foods because she also didn't get teeth. She still doesn't have 2 of her teeth.
We were able to really progress beautifully, getting her stronger.
Once we transitioned to speech, Oakley only has words if she chooses to have them. She will randomly say a full sentence, but she doesn't use, she probably uses maybe 4 or 5 words on a regular basis.
We're working on the higher level skills. Yes, she can walk, she can run, she can climb on playground equipment, but is she safe? How's the stairs? We want to, because Oakley has so much potential to get at such a high level, we want to keep pushing that. We want her cognitive, her thinking skills to get up to par with her age level.
Her language development is really coming along. Oakley is sweet and fun and sassy. She's also stubborn, but that is going to get her a long ways.
And I think for Oakley, she finds joy in almost anything that I've seen her do up here.
She is super friendly. She waves at everybody. She loves everybody.
She's always just comes in, the biggest smile on her face, ready to go. You can just see how much she loves coming here, and she waves to everybody, and is just happy to be here. And that's what I mean by like she just owns the place she's in, because everybody's like so just like drawn to her like energy when she's walking through the hallways, and her happy little smile and waving at every single person.
She's very outgoing, and she has a lot of confidence, and that's really cool to see in a kid, especially a child that has gone through so much.
I think she's capable of so much.